Well, we have well and truly made it up north now. We are about 100 k's below Cairns. We're staying at a camp that we found on Wiki Camps. It's not on hip camps, but it is very similar to like a hip camp style camp. So it's on a private property. It's just absolutely beautiful here. So we've got about like a whole acre to ourselves. Just through these trees here behind me is a crystal clear flowing creek. It is just absolutely beautiful. So we went down there for a swim before. Georgia absolutely loved it. It's just been perfect, you know. And I know we're not quite in Cairns, but for where we are, it gets quite chilly in the evening still. So I don't know if this is normal weather for this time of year, but is what it is. So we're just getting ready now to gear up for Cape, because we couldn't get anywhere to stay in Cairns. So this is why we're here. I think tomorrow we're going to try and aim for Mossman. So during the day, we're going to just get all the supplies that we need in Cairns. Going to get up nice and early, get what we need, and then head up to Mossman. So hopefully, you know, we won't have any delays or anything that we can't get. But Josh is just working on the car now, just having a look underneath, making sure everything's all good. We've cleaned up inside the van, so at least we know we are able to keep the inside of the van clean. We can't control what the outside's going to look like. It's going to end up looking very orange, but that's okay. That's all right, because we can keep the inside nice and clean how we like it.
All right, finally got an awesome, nice green spot here, so I can jump under the van to start getting ready for for Cape. So pretty much all I'm doing under here is having a bit of a visual check. You know, even if you're not an expert at looking around, it's pretty easy to sort of, you know, if there's a cable that's broken or something, or, you know, any leaks or stuff like that, or you know, anything missing, broken or whatever. But big thing with the ATX is keeping the grease up. So you don't want to go up north with dry nipples. You're going to end up in all sorts of situations. So it's pretty straightforward. I got my grease gun. I've just done these two arms here. Each arm has their own greasing point. So these ones didn't take that much, which were good, because I think we did this not that long ago, but it's going to jump under again. And once I get up there, I'll probably do it again for the trip home. So, but if you're going to be on corrugations, that definitely, you know, a once a week thing. You can never be, because if these start to go dry, that's when you're going to start wearing parts. And also on the ATX as well, always check your shock bolts. So especially the top ones, the back, the two at the back you haven't done yet, but they're definitely going to need just a tiny little nip up, and it should be happy days. But yeah, pretty much that's all I'm going to do under here is just check some bolts, grease this, you know, check all the under protection and that, check some hoses and that, and it should be pretty sweet. And just say goodbye to all my nice ATX arms, the paint, all the gal looking nice, because it's going to be covered in red shit, and it probably will never look the same again.
I'm pretty happy with this one. So I have literally just played freezer Tetris. Another thing that we needed to tick off our list before Cape. So I've chipped out all the ice that was like growing in our freezer all around the edges. So that's all been chipped out. And then everything that was in our freezer now all fits on the bottom shelf. So I've like taken things out of boxes and packets and whatnot and squeezed the air out of things. So everything fits on the bottom shelf. So now when we do our big grocery shop to stock up on everything, it'll all fit up here. But I want to turn the car fridge, half of it, into a freezer for all of Georgia's food, because she eats, I don't know if many of you know, but Georgia is on a full raw diet, so all of it, we have to, you know, stock up on all the meat and fruits and veggies and whatnot. So I'll have to prep all of that. I think I might buy some packet stuff that's all natural and raw. But anyway, yeah, so that will all go in the car freezer, and then all of this inside can just be for us.
Well, Mikayla and I have just finished a workout, so it's probably low to mid 20s today, so it's a beautiful day out in the sun here. Come down onto our own little creek here, have a look at this bloody water. It's going to be pretty fresh, but it's got a nice flow. Ooh, that is very fresh. It's got a nice flow. We're going to start around there. It's going to jump in here first because it's the deepest part, and then we can go right down to this other section down here. So this water is some of the most clearest I've seen. George is jumping in straight away. Good girl. Oh, that's fresh. have a go at this behind us here. This is just absolutely beautiful. The water is just roaring down there, and you just
So clear.
it's like Elliot Fall. No, what's it? Fraser? Elliot Creek. No. Eli Creek. Yeah, it's like Eli Creek, but like on steroids. Like it's so
Beautiful.
so quick. I haven't got any floaties in that, but just
Wish we did.
so nice in here. It's just so rainforesty, just absolutely beautiful, most clearest water, and it's just literally like in the front of our front yard, like from our van. Like we throw a stone
throw away
down
from
here.
the
It's
caravan.
absolutely paradise. Our Cape trip has officially started. We've just pulled out here into Tatty Farm, is that what it's called?
Yeah, just above Mossman.
Just above Mossman. There we are. A good friend of ours, Warren, who we're actually going to meet up there. He's from down south. We meet up at the track there. He's been staying here, and what an amazing spot! Just a massive open area on the grass. The fire's going. There's a creek down there. There's so many amazing properties like this up here. Absolute perfect place.
Love a good hip camp.
You can see the guys that are obviously coming back from the Cape. All the
They're
cars that are
already
covered in shit everywhere, and then everything's nice and clean. So, but yeah, it's so good. We're just in the morning. We're going to start the Bloomfield track, headed up to probably Lion's Den. So, going to be into. I had a little bit of a moment in the car before because it was like 3 years ago when we. Come up, so all these roads are so familiar, like going back past the staff, and that's when we're back in the Colorado in Mum and Dad's caravan and that, and just that was our first sort of big trip. We're just so excited, and we're like, that's when we started like looking at patrols, like because we come back to Cairns and bought the patrol to get home and all that stuff, and it's just like kind
How
of
much has changed in 3 years? Like
yeah.
we're living
We used to
in our
see,
dream caravan,
used to see
and
Lotus Troopers up there. We're like, oh my god, like
can't
look at
wait to
this,
have
and
one day.
I just
and-
never thought it would happen, and then sort of here we are 3 years later, come back up in our sort of dream setup, living full time on the road. It's our sort of just our life now.
Pinch me a moment.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was pretty bloody cool. So excited to get in tomorrow. It's pretty late here. It's all day just
Jobs.
jobs. So like supermarket, the last stuff. Got some goods.
Stop, you got a haircut.
Got a haircut, so I'm
we
looking.
bought, which you'll have to show. We got a satellite phone.
Yeah,
today.
finally got a sat phone. So
I know some of you out there have been asking, hurry up and get one.
yeah,
so
and I'm no professional. I'm just just went into the shop. What's the best? And yeah, so
He was really helpful.
it was
the guy,
awesome.
yeah.
So we'll give some information about over this episode. But so bloody keen. This is going to be just an epic trip. I just cannot friggin' wait. So cheers to the start of the Cape. Let's go. All right, it's getting exciting now. We are down onto the Daintree ferry here. So it was $36 for the car and caravan, which is pretty good. So once you get into the Daintree here, this is where it starts getting beautiful in that real rainforest.
Oh, it's
tropic.
already. I can see it already. It's
I know, it's so
beautiful.
bloody good. Let's go. Pulled up into Cape Tribulation now, just parked up here, just having a little bit of a feed, have a little quick look over everything, and yeah, just finished the drive through the Daintree there. It is just,
It's beautiful. The rainforest and the green trees, the flowing creeks that you go through.
yeah, as soon as you
Just
cross that ferry, it's
beautiful.
just tropics, and it's just so bloody nice. Beautiful drive. There's so much to do along there. We're going to be coming probably back this way, so we're going to do the more slowy stuff and check stuff out through there. So yeah, there's so much to do along there. We got Georgia in the car, so there's spots you can pull up, chuck her in the van or whatever. So because nothing's sort of dog friendly along here because it is national
there's
park.
no accommodation that's dog friendly around here. So.
Yeah, we're in Cape Trip now, and there's a beautiful beautiful camping area just down there. Again, it's not dog friendly, but if you don't have a dog, absolutely amazing spot to come up and stay up here. So we're just about to once we head down here, we're into the Bloomfield track. So not sure if we're going to air down here. A lot of people sort of said they haven't, because it's all like all the hills are full asphalt out now apparently. So we'll just get down there, suss it out. There's a few creeks with some rocks and dirt and that, but we're just going to keep going down there further and get into it. All right, we decided to let a little bit of air out. Just gone down to 30 on the van, 30 on the front of the car, and 35 on the rear there. So nothing crazy, but because it's pretty smooth along here, but it only takes a couple of small potholes or something to hit in the van or something, and just, you know, at 45-50 psi, it's enough to maybe damage something inside. So we're just always erring on the side of caution. So about to start the Bloomfield here. Now look, it is recommended you don't tow down here at camper, trailer, caravan, anything, because there is some really steep inclines and declines, and it does get a little bit tighter up there. So look, you can do it, but it's recommended that you don't, just so they're not, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people doing it. So definitely sort of, you know, reassess your setup, your power, your vehicle and that stuff if you're towing a big van and that. But otherwise, if you don't do it though, everything will just come through. You got to go all the way back, all the way over the ferry, all the way back onto the highway to make your way up to Cooktown. So it's just a long way back around. Incline here, it's all concrete in low range. Listen to that snorkel that's gasping. Beautiful. I just went low range, third gear, just so I got all the power there, and just cruised up that. Might just give the big girl a bit of a rest for a minute. The first decline. Now the road this is definitely different than we were here last time. I reckon it's just all just like a road really. Obviously it's actually really wide too, but this again, I'm in low range again, because you don't want to be just absolutely smashing your car brakes and your caravan brakes getting red hot, because yeah, you do not want to run that risk of having them not working. So I'm just in second gear, letting the engine do some work, and just sort of tapping the brakes, let it off, just got to get that airflow into those brakes. It's been absolutely epic so far. We're heading up to the next big incline. This is 31% incline, so I reckon this is the steepest one, and it goes to about a K1.5 of a bit of windy stuff.
Big long one.
Yep, let's go.
Oh my god.
Fuck, that's steep. That is steep. that is steep. That was beautiful though. Absolutely bloody beautiful. Heading into Wujal Wujal Falls now. Absolutely epic, and you can hear the waterfalls are roaring already. Bloomfield track was absolutely amazing.
So good.
So much fun, so much beautiful stuff to see down there. So definitely make sure you take that route. Like, look, Jess, it's up to you. It's definitely doable. Every second car was towing a trailer, camper, caravan, toy hauler.
Well, if you've got a 25-foot van, probably not.
Yeah, yeah. If you're really long,
over 20.
I don't know. Nah, the length's not that bad. There's only one spot at the end that's a little bit tight, but there's a massive big. It's fine. Honestly fine. If your car overheats or something, don't do it. Or if something turns to shit, if you do the track, it wasn't my fault. Let's go and check this out. Man, the waterfalls are absolutely roaring down there. It's just so friggin' awesome. It's probably a bit after the rain that it's had, so that's probably definitely amplified it a bit. But man, it's so nice here. We've managed to jag this spot all to ourselves.
No one else is here.
It's just absolutely amazing. It's here in the waterfall. You can sort of feel that mist coming off.
It's nice.
And it's just absolutely epic. This place is just so nice. It's probably one of our favorite waterfalls. I've never seen it.
Pretty good.
It's got to be, just how it's so aggressive.
I think the only thing that is like a con to this waterfall is that you can't swim.
Yeah, I know. Well, some chick was just walking out and she had wet bathers on. I'm like, not too sure about that. But it's going to sit in us and just absolutely enjoy this moment.
Well, we've made it to Lionsden Hotel. We definitely wanted to make sure that we stayed and came through and stayed here this time, because last time around we came through and it was like 10 a.m. in the morning. All we could really do was have a look around and have a hot drink. It was way too early to have a beer. But yeah, we parked up here. We got an unpowered site, so $15 per person per night for unpowered. They also have powered sites, but we're all good. We don't need to top up on power or water or anything just like that yet. So now we're going to head up to the bar, have a drink and have something to eat and just chill out.
Alright, we've pulled into Han River, our first stop on the PDR. So we've done 130 Ks, which is good, because what I'm getting at is last time we came up here 3 years ago, they've completed some more of the road work. So I reckon just out of Laura, roughly last time was when we were, from memory, is when we were having to air down, hit some dirt, then you're on the bitumen. But all that's been completed now. So we've done 130 Ks. There was a tiny little stretch just out here for a kilometre or two. Yeah, which they're just about to get onto the bitumen there. But that was nice and smooth. Like it was nothing. So yeah, first 130 Ks we're still on bitumen to Han River, which is pretty cool. I'm sure it's good and bad though. There's good parts to it and there's bad things about it. But I think just up the road here is where we're gonna get into it, into the proper dirt and proper corrugations and that, and yeah, see what that's like. So we're just chucking some chops on here. It's hot up here. It's bloody beautiful. It's like 30 degrees, I think. Amazing day. We had some wind this morning, so it's been absolutely beautiful. Had a little bit of tailwind. We've sort of been averaging 25, 26 litres in the patrol towing so far along here, which is cool. So bit of lunch and then get into airing down and get into it.
Not that we really plan on where we stay, but we were looking at staying here, but it's only lunchtime now, so we thought we'll just keep driving, keep moving on. But this would be an awesome spot if you have kids, because they have all the emus, the chooks, I think there's goats and things, like heaps of animals just roaming around. So if if you have kids, absolutely stay here. They would love seeing the animals. But yeah, we're going to keep punching on, probably to Musgrave, but we'll see how we go.
Alrighty, we're at the dirt part here, so there's no more bitumen from here. Well, there is, but not consistently like it has been. So it's kind of hard. No one else seems to be airing down. Everyone's just absolutely pinning it, but the road does look pretty smooth up there because I know they're doing road works and that stuff. So I think it's more once you get down, the corrugations are. But we're just going to go down to, we've gone down to 28 in the front of the car, 30 in the rear, 28 all around on the Caravan there. So we've done that with the Max Trax Interflate. Literally, we can do the whole setup in like 5 minutes. So I'd much rather do that than as we get down the road if it does start getting worse or whatever. But again, all it takes is a couple of potholes. If you're still at 50 psi that you don't see or something, could be enough to sort of break something. But all these points are on Wikicamps as well. It shows you when the bitumen ends, when it starts. So that's really handy to use that. But we're down now. Time to go and get some red dirt on the setup.
At Musgrave Roadhouse for the night, so $15 per person per night, all unpowered sites, so no booking, no nothing like that. But on the left hand side of the Roadhouse was all like camper trailers, rooftop tents, that sort of thing, and then on the right hand side it's a bit more like of a caravan park sort of style, so all the caravanners are on Georgia's happy, all the caravans are on this side. So we're going to head up to the bar now. They've got license, there's food and all that up there, and free Wi-Fi, so we're gonna head up there and get some work done and then come back here and chill out. This is what happens when you're locked in a car traveling on a dirt road all day. Georgia is an old girl, but she definitely gets full of beans when she's been cooped up for, a couple of days. So enjoy this bit of grass while it lasts, Georgia, because you're not going to see some grass for quite a while. Before we empty the fridge too much, I want to show you how I've packed it. So food-wise, like we've just bought the exact same as what we would normally eat, but just heaps more of it. So I'll just flick it around here. So it's filled to the brim, but I still have heaps of room. So all of Josh's Yogo gorillas are up there. Some
Don't show them that.
some bacon. We've got I had spare room, so we like to drink cold water, so I've got our water bottles there, salady stuff, and then all the meat I've put into Ziploc bags and with the date that they needed to be used by on them. So that's there. And then also like at Coles and Woolies, you can get the steaks that are already like pretty much cryovac, I guess it sort of looks like. Cryovac roast there, some kebab sticks, and that's the meat that sort of is going to last longer. So I've got it in the fridge. Some extra fruit on there, all our fruit and veg in here, extra butters, George's food. So this is the food we ended up getting for her. All of this needs to be kept frozen, and that is in the car freezer. And what else have we got in the car?
The car fridge,
all our
RV
drinks.
fridge has got all the drinks. So it's got 2 slabs in there.
Yep, all our drinks are in there, and then that's on the fridge side, and then on the freezer side is all of George's food. Yep. And then in the freezer in here, got our ice creams and peas. But yeah, I've still got heaps of room in here, so I was pretty impressed just by taking everything out of their packets and putting them into Ziploc bags. Like we don't have a cryovac machine, but yeah, I was just really impressed by just using the Ziploc, how easy it was to fit everything in here. So I've even got room to spare. So we thought about heading into Cookdown to grab some extra food, but we were like,
we didn't go too, like, we got it was under $600.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Which is a fair bit, but not, I thought it was, not massively.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good for 2 people.
Yeah, no, we did really well. And I guess as well, it was probably cheaper because we didn't buy what we would normally buy for Georgia. We did spend like $120 at the pet shop for her.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, that's news to me.
So Georgia's food was a little bit expensive to buy in bulk, but it actually works out cheaper than what I would normally feed her. So it's definitely a great alternative for this situation for us, because normally her food and what I feed her fills up the whole bottom shelf. So where I've got that extra fruit there and her food defrosting, that is just normally just chock-a-block full of meat, chicken necks, that sort of thing. Everything that she eats is just always filled in there. So I'm really happy with how the fridge is all packed. The pantry is absolutely chockers. It doesn't look that bad, but it's very Tetris in there. And something else that I've done, because I knew it was going to be so hot up here, I've actually filled the oven with some we've never had long life milk, have we? So we bought some long life milk. Hopefully we like it. I don't drink coffee, but we have bought some cereal as well, so I'll have it in cereal if we need to. Also got our bread and just some muffins in there, so the oven keeps everything, it's insulated, so it'll just stay at a nice coolish temp, because it's obviously not on.
Make sure you don't preheat the oven.
Well,
I didn't know that was in there.
Well, I put that stuff in the oven because I knew we probably won't be using the oven while we're...
can't cook my chicken care.
No, well, we probably won't be using the oven while we're up here because it's so hot, so anything that we're going to need that's cooked in the oven I'll use in the Weber outside, because we'll keep the heat outside. Pulled out the sat phone. Josh has had to do some old school.
It feels like I'm on the old Nokia 3315 doing the text messages, taking me ages. Because it's Monday today, because we bought this on Saturday and it couldn't get registered for the phone plan until Monday because I don't do weekends. So it's finally registered now. So I'm sending a text to Mikayla's mum.
Mum, if you're watching this is us doing the text to you now.
We have no reception out here at all. So there is Wi-Fi up at the Roadhouse there, which is awesome. I haven't tried the internet yet, but we're a long way from a phone tower, so I don't know how that's going to go. But just sending a text so she can give us a call and just see if this thing works. So, but yeah, definitely old school text on it. But that's what they're for. Alrighty, we've pulled into Coen here. This spot down here is just absolute magic. It's got to be one of the most favourite spots and definitely one of the most popular, but it's not too bad here at the moment. We've pulled up and Mikayla's just getting a bit of... Are you doing YouTube?
I'm doing a YouTube.
Oh, there you go. doing some YouTube work. Got some undies behind us here. Did a bit of washing. This is an absolute epic spot. We were going to go across. You can go across the river. And there's heaps of spots just across here. We actually ran into some fellow Y62 people from down south, which is awesome. Met our good mates Warren and Ray. He's up here and he does a Y62 patrol, but he comes to every patrol. It's not a patrol meetup, but he comes to every single event. That there's that's all got patrols, and he'll bring one of his other toys, his Jeep or his Hennessy Raptor,
I've never seen his patrol,
which is an absolute beast of a thing. So yeah, you can go across the water there. So last time we were here, we actually did that and got stuck in the water, but it's all open now. It's a massive area. We're going to take it down there, but there was sort of not much space left over there, and it's one of those things that was pretty long, and you can definitely get across there. But we sort of pulled up here and we sort of jagged a really good spot on the road side of the lake, so it's kind of... And
everyone's just opposite us, so
yeah,
if we see them, we can
you can just swim across. So you can swim here, or even the local cops come down and said it's safe, so it doesn't mean there probably hasn't been a croc in here before, but there's definitely, you can definitely... Everyone's been swimming all day.
It's so tiny here, there's no feed for them.
I don't know.
So.
There's plenty of people from the feed off. I'm sure. But I'm sure there's around here you can't trust anything. But we're gonna go for a bit of a swim. Nice catch up here. Gonna head off to Bramwell tomorrow, and then the tally track the next day. So it's free here. You got phone reception. Town's just in town there. Got petrol. 91 octane was $2.55 at this time.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad. Yeah.
You probably get that at most surfers now these
not
days
bad
anyway.
at all, considering how north we are. And get some supplies and all that. Beautiful sunny day here. Absolute epic. Gonna really, really enjoy this. Alright, it's getting exciting now. We're at the turn off of where you go from either Kegon onto Weipa, or you turn right and go north up to Cape York. So from here, there's no more bitumen. So it's been quite a fair few stretches of bitumen. So I originally started off with 28 all round, but obviously that goes up to 33. I think the rears have got up to like 35. So it is quite hot up here as well. So going forwards from here, I'm going down to 22 on the van, 25 in the rear of the car, and 22 on the front of the car. So I reckon that should be pretty good. We've just been sort of ticking along 60, 70 k's an hour, just cruising. Everything's gone absolutely brilliant. So we'll just adjust it as we go up here. But time to get up into the real red dirt, and so keen to get up to Bramwell this afternoon. Alrighty, we're rolling into Bramwell. So friggin' stoked. Everything's been going so well so far. The car, the van, everything has just absolutely been amazing. The roads have actually been amazing too.
They're really smooth.
So smooth. We went down to 22 before, but Pro didn't have to. And this is just after school holidays too, so it's been immaculate. I think from here up is probably going to be a bit worse, but everything's been wicked. Sun's out, absolutely beautiful. A lot of dust. It's definitely drier up here at the moment. A lot of dust, especially when you're passing trucks and that. Headlights on. It's been pretty good. Still, some people just don't know how to use their radios. Oh, yeah, don't pull over. Don't slow down.
Oh, they just come flying past you.
I think you're never going to get rid of that. But so stoked to be in here. It's just about lunchtime, so we're going to go in. We're going to stay 2 nights here. This is where we're going to leave the caravan while we go and do the tele track in the morning. So stoked for that. Just going to pull up, just clean up what we can, unhook. I haven't been unhitched for quite a while, and just start preparing for the afternoon, start getting ready for tomorrow. All right, we're all set up here at Bramwell. It's absolutely amazing out here. We've got do have some Wi-Fi not too far away. They've got quite a wide Wi-Fi network here. So I did try the internet, but it didn't work here. It's the closest phone tower from here is over near Weipa on the coast there, so long way away. So there's not many phone towers up here, so no go for that one, which is fine. We do have some Wi-Fi if we need to, but we've really been enjoying the couple of days not having it. So we're still being able to get stuff done when we can, but it's been awesome. So I'm really happy with my OCD. The van actually hasn't really got that dirty so far, because we've sort of missed the rain and all that stuff up here. So the roads are pretty dry. Just always grab the blower. I always get some weird looks when I do this, but I always just grab the blower, and once we pull up at camp there, and blow a heap of dust off, just so when you're touching things like getting the jockey wheel off the back, you just get covered in dust. So I was just giving a good blow on as I always do, and just everything's nice and good to go. So we've been having this is when we built this van. This is what we had in mind, of just when we're up north, it's hot, like it was hot as this afternoon, sweating our asses off. Had the aircon going, and we're pretty much we had got the external solar panels out, and we've used like pretty much no battery. So I think we used, there's been a sort of overcast, it was sunny then overcast, so but even then I was using like most 30-40 amps, so pretty bloody good. This is why we did the big battery system, the solar, and not have to stress about that. So just George has been inside chilling out, and yeah, nice shower, aircon, just feels like we're at home and right up top north here. It's just so friggin' good. Just we've got the happy hour about to begin soon. Actually pretty quiet here. We've just rolled in the best time. The roads are amazing, straight after school holidays as well, so everything's going absolutely awesome.
I just wanted to quickly show you something, and I think the ladies will appreciate this one. So last year when we were traveling in the heat, I noticed all my makeup and things like that were like separating in the bottles, and it would just go all yucky on my face. So I thought, how can I try and preserve them, like, so they don't go all yucky and separate like that? And I was thinking about it for ages, and I was like, oh, I need an insulated makeup bag. So I was looking everywhere, and I came across ones that were like pretty expensive, and I was like, oh, seriously, like, it's just a bit of insulation, like, why does it need to be so expensive? But then I think I was walking through like Kmart or just in the supermarket one day, and I was like, oh, I could just use an insulated lunchbox, which is perfect. It's the perfect size. So what I've got in here is just like my normal makeup bag, and then just some other skincare stuff. But well, I don't really have a skincare routine. I just use like cleansers pretty much just to wash my makeup off. So I've got them in here as well, and I just think it's absolutely perfect for keeping everything, you know, so far so good, touch wood. Nothing's gone all yucky or anything like that in the heat. So yeah, under my makeup bag I have all the other stuff underneath, and it actually worked out super handy for when we were in an apartment for the Brisbane Caravan show, because the lunchbox has handles, so I could just pick it up out of my drawer and just chuck it into the car. So that worked absolutely perfect. And also with our medication, I've got that in an insulated bag as well, because I thought, oh, like, you know, medication not really meant to have in the heat and whatnot. So yeah, that's in an insulated bag as well. Like, so obviously like an insulated bag isn't going to keep everything cool or perfect, but it's going to keep it a lot cooler than what the heat is outside. Actually worked out really good as well, because with the medication one, Georgia has medication that she has to take once a week, so I was like, oh, her little medication can go in there as well and not get all hot in the cupboards or in the van when when we're not in it and it's getting hot during the day.
Have a look at the troll. Looks like I've taken her through the freaking car wash again. I blew all the dust off here as well, and she's looking absolutely mint. So I've got everything ready. I've just got the put the Max Trax hitch on here, ready to go. Just sort of went through all my recovery gears. Brand new, got all the whole all the soft shackles, all the Max Trax recovery gear, 4 Max Trax on the roof. So the plan is not to use the gear, but I've heard that Palm Creek, and there is a few gnarly bits you can go around it. The crew with isn't too keen to go through the hard stuff, but we'll see in the morning, so I probably won't sleep tonight, so mega excited for that. Gave the car a little bit of a clean out, just tried the winch. I checked out all that stuff the other day before we come up here. Had a bit of a look around, just check stuff in the engine, and everything's bloody sweet. So it's pretty much just enjoy the afternoon, relax, and then get up in the morning and just take it nice and slow tomorrow. I'm so freaking keen. We've taken this thing through quite a lot of tracks, but just when we were up here last time, my dream was that, just to own one of these, build it, come back up and go through here. This is just, cannot wait.